Let's go up this motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Well, I can't run up this, but I can walk. Walk slowly. Very slowly. Oh, fuck. Come on, Vin. Let's go. Come on, Vin. Let's go, Vin. Come on. Look how easy he makes this look. Come on, Vin. Let's go. Where's the ball? Hi, puto. He left the ball down there. Let's go, Vin. Day 23, or rather, these are no longer days, they're stories. So story 23. So yesterday, I created my own fairy tale. I'm taking this class, it's children's literature, and again, if I wasn't having a kid, it'd be something I would have zero interest in. But now that I am having a kid, I decided, you know what, let me take a class to see what children's literature is like and what structures and forms and stories they tell there. Ready to go up, Finn? Ready? So this is the hill we're gonna climb. All right, let's go. Come on, Finn. Oh, fuck. So that's didn't go very far. All right, I'm gonna try to go up again, right, Finn? You ready? Let's try to go up. Let's try to go up. So you can go up much faster than I can. Yeah, good job, Finn. Good job, Finn. Oh. Come on. So again, it's really someone's footprint. So if you look around, come on, let's go. Other people have been here. There's tracks out here, and kind of makes you think, you know, even when you think you're trekking in some unknown place, it looks like no one has ever trekked into it. There's been others. There's been others. So same thing with children's literature, right? Or children's storytelling. There's no reason to start from ground zero or go from scratch because others have already done it. So I'm taking this class to try to learn and eventually create my own children's stories. I mean, hopefully even children's series. And I was writing this story yesterday, and what's crazy is that this is the kind of stuff that I was picturing the story taking place in as I was writing like the first chapter of this book. Again, I envision it as a series. I envision it as something other than one single story, but a collection of stories with different characters, different moral lessons, which is what fairy tales usually have. And my goal is to create a children's book that I would have loved reading growing up. That would make me think that, you know what, maybe life is kind of like this, and this is the kind of struggles and challenges that we'll go through in life. And if I can watch these characters go through it, maybe so can we. So can we. So again, just creating a story that I would love to read as a kid. And two, just, it was a lot of fun. There's something about writing a fairy tale. I thought people were going to half-ass this assignment because, again, it wasn't really going to be graded on the creativity of it. It wasn't going to be graded on anything other than you just did the assignment, because this isn't really a creative writing class. But damn, the fucking talent that people and the energy and the time that I could tell people put in some of these stories, inspiring, because I thought I was gonna be the only one. Like, I while we were driving, we spent like we spent a few hours just talking about the story, discussing it, like already trying to formulate it, so that way when by the time we got a chance to get home and actually write the story, I already had it. And sure enough, just simply talking about it and talking about the ideas really helped put me in an easier flow state when it came down to write, because I didn't even have my laptop to write. I forgot to bring it. I did it on my phone, and I was still able to create something. I was like, okay, cool, this is a good rough draft. This is a good start to this story, and I'm excited to see what I can come up with it. And it's just, there's something about children's literature that's really exciting to me. Again, it's not just because I'm gonna have a son and I want him to read the story, so that way he can hopefully learn from it and realize, hey, this character's, even though I haven't met you yet, it's based on you. So again, it might take me even more, like a few years, or who knows. I don't know how I want to do it yet, where I can actually incorporate his personality and his unique way of being into the story. Get up there, go. Yeah.
Good job.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to, because again, like everything in life, it's always inspired by something. These two guys right here play very prominent roles in this story. They're two, what you consider the guides. Hey, come here, Finn. Let's go, Finn. Come here. Let's go, Finn. Come on. Let's have them follow me. Let's see if they chase us. Come on, Finn. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take this off you. It's easier for you to run. Calvin! Hey! Yeah, let's go, Calvin! Let's go, Calvin! Go, 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 go! He's tired. I think he's gassed out. Hey, that's good. Let him burn himself out. So you see these two, the way they interact with the world, very different personalities. And I want to incorporate a little bit as part of the guides and part of the lessons into this fairy tale, because I think I wouldn't be able to do this kind of writing in poetry. I don't think I'd be able to do it in a short story. I don't think I'd be able to do anything else other than a fairy tale, which is one of the cool things about creative writing, is that there's many different forms to practice, many different forms that you can use to tell. I mean, really, if you took one story, you can only tell one story. How would you tell it? What form would you choose to tell that story? And there's this poet, I think he was a Nobel Poet Laureate for the Obama administration, or when Obama was in office. His name is Ricardo Blanco, and he was talking about why he turned to the personal memoir, or the personal essay, for his next form of writing, because he had done poetry. And he really said, which made me laugh, is that he got exhausted of telling the same stories through poetry. He had already told the stories through his poems, so he decided that if you think of poetry is distilled language. It's condensed language that has many different layers, many different meanings, it's the difference between drinking beer and taking a shot of 151. Just goes straight down, burns all the way through. Poetry should be kind of like that. And he was saying, because he had exhausted poetry, he decided he wanted to do a personal memoir, a personal essay, to unpack those stories that he wrote about in his poems, which again allowed him to do something a little bit different, tell them a little bit differently, maybe portray certain parts of his experiences that he otherwise couldn't do in poetry. And after writing my first ever fairy tale, I felt that way. Like I understood now what he was talking about. It's just practicing a different form that gives you a different way to tell a story that necessarily you couldn't do with something else. So I'm very excited about it. And again, everything you see around me is probably going to be the inspiration of the landscape for this story. So I'm very excited about it. I'm excited to see how this turns out. I'm just excited to grow as a writer. Like I'm noticing there's like a self-feedback loop that keeps me going. And what I mean by that, I mean, I'll write something and sometimes I don't like it. That's okay. I'll write something, I enjoy it, I'm inspired by it, it makes me want to write even more. And when you get in that kind of state, it's just like now you take inspiration from everything. You take inspiration from what is just hanging out with your dogs and your wifey out in nature. Now it becomes part of the story. Now it becomes something that you can transform and take into something that you can create with. Now it's no longer just an experience. Now this can become a memory. This can become something that can be passed down and created into something else. And I think one of the most meaningful parts about life is that we as human beings have that capability. What's up, Vin? Come on. Vin. Vin. Come here. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Careful, David, that's very steep.
Yeah, I saw that.
Calvin, easy.
No, he's doing it right. He's crisscrossing.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, Vin.
Nice. Good job, Calvin.
Yeah. Calvin.
Buddy. Come on.
So taking experiences that we have, and instead of letting them go into the entropy of time, I should say, instead of letting them fragment and become lost to our conscious mind as a memory, now what we can do is take that memory and recreate it into something else, something that we can pass down to that beautiful woman up there's carrying her son. She's growing him right now. She's nurturing him, and I can't wait when he comes into the world and he has the ability to read and write and speak our language, that I can share this very moment, which again I'll probably forget. I will probably forget, but I remember how I felt here, and what I felt was inspired, because now things like this that I just kind of sometimes would take for granted are now becoming part of my craft, part of my livelihood, part of not just my identity, but just part of something that I can take shape, form. There's that old story of the philosopher's stone, and the art of alchemy of turning lead to gold. If everything around us is just lead, it's up to us to figure out how we can turn it into gold. And I think I'm starting to figure out ways of how to turn these experiences into gold, to something that we can use. And there's a story of the alchemist, but Paulo Coelho talks about this. He goes and searches his treasure far and wide across the earth on all these different journeys and challenges, and he ends up finding out is that the treasure was inside him all along. It was right at his house, the part he least suspected. He already had it. He just had to go through all the challenges to figure that out. And I think now, I read that book when I was like 23. Now I'm starting to understand. Oh, I kind of get it now. I kind of get it. So again, just grateful, thankful. Come here, Finn, let's go. Finn. Yeah. Come on, my Finn. Just grateful that I can do this again. Growing up as a teenager, I never thought I'd have these kinds of experiences, be able to do these kinds of things with my dogs, with my family. Yeah, you feeling all right? A little bit tired, huh? Here I am again. Never know how your life's going to turn out or where it's going to go. Even now, 10 years from now, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, but I have kind of an idea. I'd still be writing. That self-feedback loop of me writing, creating, getting inspired, me writing, creating, it leads to more and more and more. It's exciting. I'm excited. I hope everyone's enjoyed this. If not, as long as you love your life, man, that's all that really matters. As long as you love your life and the people in it, the experiences in it, good or bad, positive, negative, doesn't matter. So you can learn to appreciate it. One of the things that I guess, I don't know, no one's really taught me. The closest thing that I've had to teachers like that have been books. I'm into just listening to Buddhist monks, listening to all different kinds of people talk about their lives. And what I've been trying to piece together is what makes a life meaningful. And I think, what's the purpose of life? I think that's one question. It's what purpose do you give it? What meaning do you give it? Why do you get up in the morning? What do you do the things? Why do you do the things that you do? It's a question we have to answer. And I think we all have that capability because it's a skill that we can learn through experience after experience after experience, that life can be beautiful. It can be really beautiful. But all it takes is a mindset shift. Love your life. You love your life. Everything follows out of that. So thank you. Day 23. 2, 3. Get out of here.